So I got your head all cleaned up, and I found this valve rotator was in there broke, but I lapped all these valves and we've got perfect sealing margin on all of them. They all came out really nice. They do have some stem wear. I'm not sure how good that shows up. You can kind of see that the stems are worn, and this being a late head doesn't have replaceable guides, so I don't know when the machine shop did this if the guides were within spec. They probably just left them alone. But I mic'd the stems, everything looks good, I'm comfortable with that. But we've got some really odd stuff in the valve seats, and I'm not sure how good I can show you this. But you can see here that we've got good margin, good sealing margin on these. This seat didn't clean up that well when I lapped it. It's got what looks to be hard spots in the seat, which could be from that little bit of dyno time we had on it. The rest of them look really good. Let me go down here and show you this culprit. This is kind of wild. So you should have a nice clean ring all the way around the seat. Obviously, you should match the valve. Now check this seat out. We've got a nice lapped surface, and then the seat just drops away. Doesn't touch it at all. So these have been installed at some point. So either they didn't get the counterbore quite right, or when they drove this seat in, they warped it, or it didn't get it in all the way and then cut it, and then it has since warped and dropped with heat and running. I just thought you might like to see that. It's kind of crazy. But the rest of the head looks good. There is one other curious thing in the number 2 cylinder here. There's a pinhole, and I tried to measure it. It's my depth mic only goes, or my depth gauge only goes to 25 thousandths deep, and it's definitely deeper than that. So I will check and make sure that doesn't go all the way through, but it's kind of weird. It's right in the combustion chamber, and every chamber has a spot, or one of these round marks, and you can see this one is just adjacent to it. So I'm not really sure what's going on there, if that's just a casting defect that doesn't go through. Maybe when they decked it, they uncovered it, but I thought that was a little curious as well. All right, I'm attempting to fix this seat. I've got a fine stone, ground to 45 degrees. I actually just ground this seat, and I think it cleaned right up. So I'll put a little black marker on there to show you where that valve is falling in the seat now. It'll be a little hard to see now that everything's shiny, but let me do that and I'll pick you back up. All right, so you can see I just took a little Sharpie and put on the seat and on the valve here, vice versa. And like I said, by grinding this seat, we have widened our seal surface here. Hopefully you can see that. And it has pushed this upper edge of the seat a little too close to the valve edge for my liking. So for reference, I put one of the other valves that we did not grind in here so you can see the difference. So what I did is I set up another stone at 15 degrees. I'm just going to relief the top of this valve a little bit to move this seal face, this seal margin, I should say, back up towards the stem of the valve, and to narrow this band up a little bit so it matches the rest of them. All right, so I just relieved the top of the seat a little bit to get our seal on our valve face back up towards the stem a little bit. I don't want it too close to the edge here. I don't want this valve to overheat. And our sealing surface is a little too wide for my taste. So I went in here, I ground this at 15 degrees just to relieve the top of the seat a little bit. You can see the lapped surface here, and this shiny surface is what we just relieved. It looks pretty good. I will blacken both of these up and double check it, but barring any unforeseen circumstances here, I think that's going to get us where we need to be. All right, so after relieving that seat with the 15-degree fine stone to move our seal surface up a little bit, I just want to show you the final results here. I ended up getting this seat to come in real nice. This hole does not go through. I checked it every way I can here, and I think it's just a casting flaw, just a surface flaw. So that's nothing to worry about. But I wanted to show you the finished seat here, how nice that came in. I did go back through all of the intake seats. There was another one down here, number 6. I was not crazy about that, had the hard spots in it. So I did go ahead and kiss off on all of the intake seats with the stones, and then give it just a little bit of relief on top to make sure that our seal width was going to be correct. So I went back through and lapped those in. You can see that we've got really nice lapped sealing surfaces everywhere on every cylinder now. So I'm gonna call this one done. I'll reassemble, and we'll be waiting on that one rotator, but other than that, I think she's ready to go.